Hello, YouTube people. Just let me first say congratulations for you all surviving until 2009. If you really think about it, it's a big accomplishment. There's a lot of ways you can die. Like, you could get impaled by a pole, or you can get ran over by a train, or a bus. You can even be boiled in a microwave. Yeah, a lot of things can happen to you. So I'd just like to congratulate you all for making it to 2009. This is Killer Nacho, and welcome to my YouTube battles. Hey boys and girls, it's the Killer Nacho again, and I'm having a battle with Itachi. He messaged me over MSN Messenger to battle, so I decided to give him just that. So, he starts out with Gengar as I lead with Aerodactyl. And I decide just to get the Stealth Rocks up, and I see that this guy is Choice Scarfed. So that's interesting right off the bat, because obviously he couldn't outspeed Aerodactyl without it. So I decide to go into Celebi, because he'll be able to withstand from the Thunderbolt, but he switches out too to Donphan. And the only reason I can really think about him switching into Donphan is probably to Rapid Spin and set up Stealth Rocks himself. But he switches out when he sees my Celebi as I Calm Mind, and he goes into his own Celebi. And I decided to go out in a Scizor, which is a nice play, because that pretty much means he has to switch out. He goes T-Wave, but Scizor doesn't really care about T-Wave too much, because Bullet Punch attacks first no matter what, and he's really slower than most everything else anyway. So I U-turn, and it hits Donphan, does about as much as I thought it would do to a high defense Pokemon like Donphan. So I go into Heatran and go Hidden Power Ice, try to kill the Donphan, and good thing for me it does, and he didn't switch out. He says he doesn't have a safe switch, which is true, because all of Heatran's attacks will do a lot of damage to something. So now he goes into Jirachi, and obviously I have to switch, because Hidden Power Ice isn't going to do a whole lot. So, he goes with the sub, as I go into Aerodactyl's Death Fodder, and I just break the sub with Earthquake before he finishes off Aerodactyl with Psychic. And that's pretty cool. So now I go back into my Heatran, and I decided to go with the Fire Blast instead of the Earth Power, just in case he wants to go into Gar, which I've already seen. And, he does actually stay in, I believe. Yes, and he takes the Fire Blast and he dies, so Jirachi goes down, and that's really awesome for me, because I hate Jirachis. They're really annoying. So he goes into Gyarados, and I can't really do much to Gyarados with Heatran, so I have to switch out, and I go into Salamence to lower his attack, and he gets off the Dragon Dance, which means he gets an extra speed. And I decided to go with an Outrage just to kill him off in case, because I don't think Stone Edge can one-hit KO me. And he does go Stone Edge and misses, which is horrible for him, but I do get the Outrage, and Gyarados goes down. Now he goes into Gar, and I'm thinking I can survive most Gar hits, but he has Hidden Power Ice, so that's whatever. I didn't expect it to have Hidden Power Ice. Most Gengars don't have that, but his does, and it takes down my Salamence. So I go into Scizor, knowing I can take a Hidden Power Ice. So I just Pursuit to kill him, because he tries to switch out, obviously. And that's an awesome prediction on my part. So now he goes into Zapdos, and I have to switch out, because I'm not going to do anything to Zapdos with Pursuit. So I go into Celebi, as he goes to the T-Bolt, and T-Bolt's not going to do anything to Celebi, because Celebi's a beast like that. And I just want to see if he has, I don't know if he has Platinum moves or not, so I'm going to check by switching out into Heatran to hopefully eat the Heat Wave, but he tries to Toxic, so I see he doesn't have Heat Wave, and that's pretty good. So now I know that. So I go Fire Blast, seeing how much it'll actually do, and it does over half, so I'm thinking, yes, I'll be able to kill it, but no, he gets the Parahex, and that's so gay, because now he's going to Roost, and that means I don't kill it. So stupid, stupid, stupid Parahex. And to make it even worse, I get paralyzed there, so I can't even hit him down to low HP again. So that sucks. So now I go into Celebi, trying to eat the T-Bolt, and he does. And I kind of wanted the Parahack so he can't Toxic me, but it didn't happen, so that sucks. So I go with a Leech Seed to get, continual damage on it. And now I decide to go with a Calm Mind. He goes the T-Bolt there, I don't really know why. It would have made much more sense to Toxic me, and that's what he ends up doing this turn. So he does get the Toxic up, and that's annoying for Celebes and all defensive walls. So I go with the Calm Mind. I'm going to Psychic here, but that's like I pretty much expected. He switched out to Celebi, and there's nothing I can do about that really. And yeah, as you see, I take out damage from poison. So I go with the Psychic, and he goes into Celebi, and that's not going to do a whole lot to Celebi, even after a Calm Mind, because he resists Psychic, obviously. And that's life. But I do have a pretty good switch in, and that's Scizor, because Celebi's attacks, since I know he doesn't have Diamond and Pearl moves, he can't have Earth Power. But Celebi's attacks aren't going to do that much to Scizor, as he puts up a Leech Seed, and that's whatever, because I'm just going to U-turn out anyway. So, he puts up the Leech Seed, so he gets some health back, but he's still not going to survive a U-turn. And, that's what I ended up doing. He decided to stay in because he realized he would have been screwed, even if he does switch into Zapdos, because U-turn will still do significant damage, and then I could finish it off with something else. So I do use the U-turn, and Celebi goes down. And knowing all he has left is Zapdos, I go into Luke, because my Luke has Ice Punch now. And so that's pretty much what I'm going to do. I'm going to finish him off with Ice Punch. So today's question of the day is, what is your New Year's resolution if you have one? Mine is, I want to do better at school. I'm getting okay grades at college, but not great, and I just wanted to get better. So leave a comment, and rate and subscribe, guys. So good game, Itachi, and I hope we battle again soon. Peace, dudes.